Okay, so let's start. The previous lesson we talked about value and value proposition. So the easiest question, what's different between value and price? Can you explain?
Value can be intrinsic and market.
But what is it?
It's
in the term of your business, so
how do customers evaluate this product? Is it valuable for them or not?
how it is linked with price? For example, if we have high
value or undervalue your business.
But in terms of price, how we can explain? For example, price is what we get from our business, yeah? Value, it's not quite obvious what is it, yeah? How we can explain value in terms of price?
It's higher price, higher value.
Do you believe that it's true?
The higher turnover with the given price, the higher the value.
Maybe, but to know it's something that we get during a year, I think that the easiest explanation is that the higher value, the more price. If you sell by price and you can't increase your prices, it means that it's not enough value in your business. And today we will talk about unique economy. I think it's the core understanding, but understanding unit economy, it's quite important to remember about value proposition. So we talk a lot about value proposition. Can you tell me what is it? Value proposition of your business and how we can precisely correct form the value proposition. Do you remember? So look once again. So value proposition is the core idea of your business. Okay. So, but we in our course we are in early stage. We are founder who just decided to create a business, and we are on a stage which we must check before lunch to get a success. So value proposition is quite important because business it's about always sell something, but if you can't sell, where is the problem? Or if you sell with a low price, you have a problem in your P&L budget, P&L report. It means that your business don't generate revenue or profit. So revenue is quite linked with value and prices. And this form of value proposition look like we are the company who helps the client type A. It's our client segmentation. It's quite important because you must understand where your client and how to attract them. In the case B, it's customer journey because we are in a different situation, have different behavior. Settle the problem C. Our clients all have problem, and the core idea of the business to settle this problem. If business don't settle the problem, usually it's quite difficult to sell something. And you must always think about, do you really sell or you just dream? Because if you don't, you don't have retention, yeah, in your business. And acquisition cost always is the highest price. And a business for only one purchase, it's usually doesn't work. Agree? So let's go. By product service X, it's your business, what you're exactly doing to settle the problem. Get the value, and by price X. Yeah. So currently we can, and we also talk about that we can control the value. It's not a magic we easily can control, we can calculate, and we always look at our business when we check if we have enough value in our business. So it's not a magic, it's calculated. And unit economy, it's what makes your business grow. And as we founder who plan really to make something big, profitable, it's quite important for us. Do you agree? So let's talk about what is scalable business for you. How you understand scalable. But not in terms that it can be a huge. What you must do, how you understand, to make a scalable business. Any idea?
From many clients.
Many clients, yeah.
To differentiate the customers.
Yes. If we make a segmentation of customers, we have different customers. They all pay money for us, so it's our revenue. So how to scale?
To get different channels of selling.
Yes, but for example, if you have several channels of sale, it means that you are stable, at least. If something goes wrong in one channel, okay, you will survive. But it's close, but not have link to scale. How we can scale? For example, we have a channel, how we can scale it? Okay, so the simplest image of scalable business looks like we get or put dollar in front and have more as a result. Yeah, it's the easiest definition. So, but do you agree that it's look like scalable?
No.
No? Why?
You shouldn't put it, you should just invest, I guess.
You mean, so why it's not scalable? If you increase investment,
It's like one-time investment.
You can reinvest all the time. So it's different. Maybe it's not obvious for you. It depends on what model you choose. Okay. You, for example, venture capital, and you're a founder who built a company using a stage investment stage. Yeah. So on the next stage, you finding more money. By why it's work? Because you get this sum of money, grows, then attract more money, grows. Agree?
Because they get your real price, real value, and they see that you can increase more and more, that's why they give you money.
Yeah, of course, but it's scalable. Do you agree? So if you don't invest from funding, it means that you reinvest your revenue. Not revenue, profit, and you have organic growth. Do you agree? But scale, it's always about invest in and get more profit out. Always. So it's not about scale a channel, it's a tactic. But in general, simple, big idea, increase something in and get more out. Easy, okay? How can we grow? From this point of view.
Like what I just mentioned, sales channels, more customers, higher price because of the brand image. Business angels.
Okay, it's look like we have something inside, measures, yeah, which can increase and gives us more profit. So, how it's called? What?
Organic growth.
It's not always about organic growth. In our example, we can make funding and invest money from market. Yeah. So, as you said, this number of measurement, like channels, average cost, conversion, it's all about, it is called unit economy. And unit economy, it's the core of the business, because only unit economy can give you the signals and metrics what you should increase for growth. And let's think, unit economy, is it similar to P&L and cash flow report?
Yes.
Similar, like the same?
No.
No. Can you explain the difference?
To achieve some metrics, you should build financial models. Like there is a metric EV to number of unit users, and to get EV, you should build financial models and not just take P&L or some fun. For example, you can calculate ARPU to compare with other businesses. But you should have the number of clients, not only the revenue for this.
Okay, but it's complicated. So when we look at P&L,
Just have revenue and net income, but net income doesn't tell us about the business.
So do you agree that P&L show us does our company profitable or not? Does it generate profits? Yes? No?
We don't see it.
In P&L?
Yes.
What we've seen?
Calculate free cash flow to understand it.
No.
Because there is some capital expenditures, working capital.
So you miss this class, but no. We have to understand what happens in our business. We need at least P&L and cash flow. But P&L shows.
No, it doesn't show. We should calculate free cash flow because there are no capital expenditures in your P&L.
Yes, that's right. But if we're talking about does our business profitable or not, it shows P&L. Cash flow shows do we have money, like do we have cash flow gap, and it's a tricky mistake which all young entrepreneur makes. For example, for this reason, you don't have money on your bank account. Is it cash flow?
Yes.
Yes. Can you say, are you profitable or not from this way?
No.
No. Do you agree?
But you can see that, for example, you don't have money this year, you have lost this year. Only with the cash flow. You can see it is P&L.
Yeah, we can see this P&L, but it's the same.
You have lost now, you can see it.
Well, what's it for you? What's it for you?
Seed? It's like early stage of funding from the venture capital.
Okay, but it means that seed, where you can see the seed in these reports. For example, you have a transaction on a bank account, you have a sum of money which comes from seed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. From your P&L, you can see that you have money to spend on fixed cost and maybe variable cost. Do you agree?
We see it only in cash flow statement.
Yeah, in cash flow you can see, as I said. But in P&L it means that you have money to make this expensive. You don't have revenue. Do you agree?
Yes.
So revenue generates business, yeah? So if you're talking about are we profitable or not, it doesn't matter where we get money, seed or early stage. We see the period and see, does it generate money or not, our business? Okay, if we return, so it's a tricky mistake. Please understand that you operate your business and you make P&L when you accept when you plan that money comes. At this way, you make deal, you make sales, you plan this money in your cash flow. These reports works together. Only these both reports shows what happens indeed. So let's return to our question. It was about what's the difference between unit economy and P&L.
Unit economy shows all the methods like about one customer.
But in P&L, what is it?
The value that creates one customer, the value that.
But in P&L, in terms of P&L, can you explain?
Customers. Like revenue created by all the customers, not by one customer.
Oh, I agree, but for example, to make the simplest definition that you understand how it works. So, okay, we understand that unit economy, we can special metrics, but when you see, if you want to understand what happens with our business, we can see to cash flow and P&L. It's important, yeah? We don't see at something else. Except now we talk about unit economy. Can you explain unit economy in P&L where we can see?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Why?
Because there are no units.
Can you explain? We can see in P&L revenue.
Yes.
Do you agree that revenue forms from unit economy? So see how it links.
It links, but there are no units. We don't see them. Need more additional information to
Of course, for this reason it's called unit economy. But in general, the simplest definition is that they link in revenue terms. Okay. If you plan your business, usually it's a real problem. For example, when you plan how money will you get, yeah? So we have a task previously that guys shows this month's revenue comes, next month's revenue comes, and I ask why. Please explain how this revenue creates. Yeah? And for this reason, we must understand unit economy of our business. Except it's quite important because usually unit economy is here, and smart guys, especially analytics, know it. Founder don't see and understand how these metrics work with these metrics. And for this reason, you can't grow your business. Do you agree that unit economy helps us to grow?
Yes.
Because business grow means increase revenue, increase profit. Yeah? So if you know how to grow revenue, we can grow. Yeah? And for this reason, only unit economy means what we have inside in details. Yeah? And which our growth consists of. So my definition of scalable business, like the simplest and core idea. Invest money to channel to acquire buyers. It's easy. To your business and get more money than you invest. Can you tell me what do you think the most important in this definition?
Get more money than you invest.
Yeah, and we always think at unit economy, at scalable business in terms of channel. Because, for example, you have, so you invest again more, and it's a good idea, but you can't scale channel. Agree. So, for this reason, it means that usually what happens? On the small numbers, unit economy works. When we try to scale, it means we plan to scale the channel. But economy doesn't work. So unit economy, negative. Agree? Why do you think it happens? It's difficult for you because you are new for our lecture. But when we talk about market, we usually have Okay, so we can calculate the market. And big idea was try to launch your company on a huge market to get at least 3, 4, 5% and be successful as a founder to be successful. So last class lecture we talk about value proposition, and we also say when the pain is huge like size, it means that it's a really problem. If you settle this problem, you have a very good business. If you can't scale the channel, it means that your market is quite limited. Otherwise, you don't understand where are your customers, because maybe you are fishing in the wrong way. Do you agree? But it's important tremendously, because usually people forget about channel. And they don't check on the early stage how resizable the channel. But if it's limited, it's a problem. At least you can do nothing, or maybe don't spend a lot of money to check what size of business you can grow. And unless you don't know how to scale, I think it's not a very good idea to attract money to your business. Do you agree? Okay. Also, easy question. How do you think? Does the grow have a formula? And do you know it? What? In terms of unit economy, of course.
Unit economy, it's the number of money that you reinvest. It's the minimal growth, like cost of or return on equity.
I think that for finance, it's always about a lot of metrics, and in general, maybe you are right, maybe. But I don't think in terms of unit economy it helps us. Another reason is that I want you the easiest definition, the easiest explanation, because
the market is the growth of the business.
Can we write it?
No.
Formula, we usually can, formula means we can write it, yeah? So, you mean it's no formula exists? Or you mean you don't?
There are some analysts that like forecast market growth rate, and this market growth rate can be taken as a market growth rate of the firm.
Okay, so it's complicated. The more simplest you so the big idea, the easier you understand the core idea, the more chance to survive as a business. Because when you think some analytics market, it's like magic. So it doesn't work, because when you're a founder, you sit near with your notebook and ask yourself what happened next. So if you don't understand the easier formula of the growth, it's a problem, because you are dreaming or you are try to find answer on market, and sometimes it's not the best efficient way. So let's talk about such metric as average revenue per user. I'm absolutely sure that you know what is it, and customer acquisition cost. So do you agree that in general scalable business formula looks like this? If you have average revenue per user more than customer acquisition cost, you can scale. From
Yes.
mathematics, it's obvious. And when you look this way on your business, you can understand, okay, if we have in our business, in unique economy, such situation, we can invest more and grow until this formula doesn't work for us, okay? So it's like we're in an early stage, and what you must understand that if you know for a small size how to do it, you do nothing except this. When you stop, it means that you can't grow next way. Something need to be improved in your business. Usually we understand that cost acquisition cost, it's not the way for a great optimization. Do you agree? It's a market. It depends on our rivals. Usually different business with different product and services rival for one users, the same users. It means that budgets on the market high, and you as a young company not always can afford to make in a marketing war. Do you accept? Yes? But performance is important. You can optimize cost, acquisition cost. What about average revenue per user? How do you think? What is it for you?
The core. It's like average bill.
I'm not about, so I know that you understand what is it, but I try ask you to think about explanation, what we can do in our business, what we can change, how it works, what a potential we have to work with this metric. Create? Increase. Of course increase, but what inside? What do you think?
Maximize ARPU, minimize SaaS.
Maybe, but at least you can be not a SaaS business, yeah? Do you agree? So, but look from the easiest way. Look at this like you can do and increase performance inside your business, and it's like skill up level for a company. So we reduce something that doesn't work, increase and performance in our company, and as a result, it increases metric. And for you as entrepreneur, how you think? You would like to have a good, scalable, profitable business, yeah? You understand that you make all stages, you know your value proposition, you know your customers, you make segmentation, you find out the channels, you understand the pain, so you understand your business. So it works, somebody buy, currently you would like to increase revenue, yeah? Then you go this formula and understand that you must attract more money, more customers to your company. It's obvious. It works here. But if you are in the market, it's not easy to attract people, but you have to be positive economy. So you must change how efficient your business operates. And for this level, we go to team, business process, management, brilliant ideas, and so on to improve this. So why is so important to have a team which can increase these metrics? Yeah. So you understand the idea. You have a lot of potential here, or maybe, for example, you create a new technology which is disruptive. What it means? Let's think this way. How it's look like, what a new businesses maybe new technologies which looks like disruptive for existing market. Can you give me examples? What is for you? So look around. It all happens with us all the time. Let's look at Uber. What happens and which market they disrupt?
Taxi market.
How previously looked this market?
Taxi parks. There were taxi.
And what do you think? What exactly they disrupt?
The usual way of taking a taxi.
Okay. So we change our habits at least. But do you accept that operation efficiency of Uber
It's higher.
is much more, it's tremendously higher comparing with an ordinary taxi park? How you can explain it? What exactly they change inside?
They don't hire taxis. They
Uh,
don't buy their cars.
So let's look at professional businessmen. So they reduced their fixed cost,
Yes.
they reduced their variable cost. For this reason, they become extremely efficient, yeah, and they tremendously increase life cycle of the client. Because, for example, if I travel worldwide, I use one service in different countries. Previously, if I change a city, I need a new number to get the taxi. What marketing budget we need that we knew all numbers, phone numbers in different cities? Tremendous. Currently, we all have in our phone. It's completely tremendous from efficiency way of the business. But if you look at formula, they're exceptionally efficient this way and this way. Yeah? Let's go. I think, and I would like to repeat you once again, always think about value. Because value is what your clients get. Value from taxi, it means that we transfer it yourself, and a service, how we do it. Agree? For example, if you have a bad service or bad products, what do you usually do next? Change it. Okay. A lot of rivals on the market, and for this reason, it's no any idea to stop and continue. For you, it means so I try to imagine a good definition of this. For you as entrepreneur, it means that you don't control value. And if value reduced, like this picture, low value, high price, it's quite difficult to scale because of the rivals, first of all. Because we said previously that if you are in a monopoly, it doesn't matter what value. It doesn't matter what prices. You are alone on the market, it's a good situation. But it's not happens in the real world, except your government or something like this. And currently, you can see that at first you don't forget about value and you control this. When you try to scale your business, it means that you scale a channel and people buy. If they buy, it means that you have high value with acceptable or marketable price. Good deal. Let's look at the value as the core idea of all business. Like formula. So we understand if you value high, we don't have problem at conversion. Do you agree? You attract, they buy. Conversion, it's very important, especially for marketing people. And the easiest idea which I would like to give you as entrepreneur, look at your marketing like you can attract people and they buy. Average revenue per purchase user and client lifetime value. So it's a retention metric. Do you agree? At least we can accept then we attract one users and these users, maybe a buyer, get several purchases. Yeah? Usually economy makes positive not from the first purchase. It requires more than one. Do you agree? And for this reason, it means average revenue per paying users is quite important metrics, yeah? Because it consists of average price and number of purchases your client made. So let's look at unit economy. So you have a scalable channel and you always think, do you accept that all this unit economy works in terms of channel? Different channel can show you different economy. That's right? Even, can you explain what is Hagort in terms of channel? Hagort. In Russian, it's called kagorta. Kagorta. It's a correct definition in English, Hagort. Maybe you don't know what is it. Simple. What?
Compound annual growth rate.
No. No. So, why it is important? Usually people understand what is unit economy. Currently we talk about what we have when we look at economy and how it shows us their results in P&L. And we understand that we scale our revenue from unit economy. Sometimes people don't understand that if you look at whole numbers of all business, it's like helicopter view. You don't understand where's the problem. But usually some channels work, others doesn't work. Always look in terms of channel. The same idea. In the same channel, you have different advertisement flight. Do you agree? You must look at your marketing in terms of Hagort, because one flight equals to Hagort. And you try to calculate unit economy in terms of what happened with people who comes for this advertisement message. What's their behavior? Usually it's quite easy. When your marketing people don't understand your value proposition, they form something wrong for clients and they don't understand. For this reason, in the right channel, you have a different unit economy with different flights. And for this reason, Hagort is quite important. It's a mistake usually. People don't understand what is Hagort. They don't look at their marketing in terms of each flight, and they don't make an analysis. For example, Hagort 1, Hagort 2, what's the difference? How they behave. If they behave the same, it's cool. If they behave differently, something happens. If you increase efficiency, it means that you have in a Hagort 2, for example, better metrics. Unit economy must more profitable. Why it is important? Answer is simple. The more efficient you are, the more quicker you grow. Grow, it's important. And from this way, it's not magic. So you increase here, 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 and your business grow. So for this reason, all startups think this way. Founders who don't think this way usually don't know how to scale their business. And usually they stop because rivals perform better. Okay. Let's talk about user acquisition. What is it? If we talk user acquisition cost, yeah, how we pay to acquire people, user to our business. But from a marketing way, it's a number, simply a number of users can interact, which we check when we understand, okay, we have a scalable channel as we think, we have a profitable or maybe a positive unit economy in the channel. What we should do as a founder? Ask yourself, for example, can we attract 10 times more from this channel? And this way, we usually see as a metric how much user we attract. Important. Not the cost of the users, at least number. So, conversion. Explain, please explain. If we
have an advertisement campaign, and it's the percentage of people that we are attracted by this campaign.
Yes, let's add some details. So we interact user to our, for example, landing page or product, doesn't matter when we attract. How we call them? Users. More detailed definition, I prefer to use marketing classified lead. Why marketing classified? It means that we can sell our product to these people. Yeah, it's marketing classified, but they are not buyers. They are not clients. They are not customers. Okay, so the way you must see at this picture is that we attract users and make buyers from them, and conversion is how efficient we do it. From this to this, conversion is all about from some unit to other unit. Okay, here's sales happens. Do you agree? Buyers, payment, so this retention cycle. Buy one, more, two, and lifetime value. It's the all money an average user gives to our business. Yeah, so it happens here. How do you think? Conversion. Is it a marketing or is it a business level? Maybe not business, product, your service. Okay. Think. Yes, what? You think it's more marketing obligation, yeah? Yes. So, it's a little bit... So, let's continue. The big idea. I have to repeat that all business and a founder of the business look at it, I mean business, is it scalable or not? And it's quite important. Because if you can scale, it means you generate more revenue and you, in a positive economy, in your P&L, see that you are profitable. So we have discussed how we can increase revenue. So, girls, your ideas?
Sell more.
Sell more. Perfect. The easiest way to be rich. Well, but for example, in your P&L, you can see months 1, months 2, months 3, and numbers. What helps to understand you how the numbers you can increase? How it is called? Do you have any idea? No. So it's called unit economy. And today we talk about unit economy, how it works, and which metrics it consists of. So another question: can you explain the difference? Maybe not the difference, but explain how you understand value. Our previous lecture was about value proposition. How you understand it? What is value?
It's not the price, but it is how much a person is ready to pay for a product. Not what is written as a price, but what he is ready to pay.
Maybe. Well, I paraphrase that price, it's so our wish, we sell our product. Yeah. Value, it's what the client get for this price. And we look at the value like if nobody buys, means no value. But if you would like to calculate it, we always look at the value in terms of price. Because otherwise, if you don't sell, value, it's a magic. Do you agree? If you start sell it, we can see how it works. And if price high says value low, we have a problem in our business. People don't buy, simply. It means that we don't increase our revenue. So, and currently we can return to our lecture. So, these two ideas is quite important because, once again, if you look at the metrics, and unit economy, it's about metrics. Value consists of, maybe not consist, but look at it in terms of measurable things. So the first idea, conversion. So conversion, it's look like from what to what. Our business attract potential client, we call it users. Sometimes we call it marketing classified lead. It's someone who we can potentially sell. If conversion, it's a magic like people buy, and we have from lead or marketing classified lead a buyer. So if we have a high conversion rate from this to this, it means that everything fine with what? Value. And I want you that you look at your business like, does it get a value? If something wrong with your business, always return to value. In a lecture of customer development, we talk how to measure value. In terms of unit economy, we look at value in which metrics, mathematics, it consists, because it's all about formula. On the first class, there was a question, who was entrepreneur? Someone of you said it's like people who think differently. And it's look like it's a magic. But business is not a magic, it's about formula and value. And you can explain everything from this. Okay, let's go. Maybe I have to repeat some big idea that a growth also have a formula. And the growth formula look like average revenue per user more than customer acquisition cost. So it's what we are talking previously today. Why do you think it's a formula of growth? your ideas. Yeah, business, it's about reinvesting. It's a speed how our business grow. Positive unit economy, it's in terms of unit economy. Explains that we can scale. Because from unit economy, we understand how the revenue happens in our business. What we scale? Business, of course, but in this term, so CPA means cost per acquisition. So we acquire a new clients, not clients, maybe potential clients to our business, and we invest money in this, in marketing. Marketing always works in terms of channels, and we as a smart founder think, the first question, if you have a positive economy, you ask, how you can scale the channel? Because sometimes you find 10 person who buy from the first site, but they are only 10. It's not a scalable channel, no more, yeah? So, average revenue per user is how much money they will pay. So, it's obvious. So, currently we are here. Look at your business this way. So, here we can channels. And channels help us to attract or acquire users. They are not buyers, they are marketing classified leads. It's everything is fine with value. Sales happened. And we can calculate it from conversion from users to buyers. Perfect. If they pay us more than once, or maybe we have a positive economy from the first purchase, it's perfect, but not always happens. We talk about average revenue per paying users. It's like, in average, how much money they give us. Yeah? How do you think? These metrics, average revenue for paying users, consist of what? So it's about money. Perfect. So you understand how simple is it? Price, value, ARPU, price, average price. So if you can an opportunity and we, as a brilliant founder, ideas how to increase price, it means that we increase value. If they buy, we have a good conversion rate, we have positive economy, and why this formula and magic works, we scale. So another idea is an average number of purchase. Yeah? For example, if you buy not one things, more different things, or the same things more time, and for this reason we can think about, from this unit economy, you can say about business, understand business, what business model you use. For example, in SaaS, monthly payment. They work with which metric? Average price and retention, because each month it happens. From this way, how do you think your mobile operator, which business model they can use? So in general, we pay to our mobile carrier monthly. It doesn't matter how they make marketing, communication to you. Because when we previously talked about value, we see the potential problem. For example, if you don't calculate or measure the value, and we have an instrument how to measure it, sometimes you have to pay, maybe you have to sell by prices. Low prices means problems in our P&L. Perfect, yeah? So, marketing communication, it's very important idea how we can explain the value of our business. Because if we don't do it, people sometimes don't understand what our value. And the big idea, please repeat, what's your value. All the time. So, when you look at your P&L, and maybe you understand that you are not profitable enough, maybe your net profit low, you look at unit economy, because this way how you can increase the revenue, and then you look at the metrics, which quite link with value, and for this way, the best business looks like customer don't remember or don't pay, maybe don't pay attention like it happens, but it's accepted. It's not like maybe, so it's a correct deal, but it happens automatically. It's very good business because they always work with retention, and if people continue to buy, everything is fine with value. If you can increase prices, usually it's look like no rivals. Do you agree? Because if no rivals, we can put any price. Usually we don't have this opportunity. Also, if we talk about acquisition cost, so our formula that average revenue for paying users more than acquisition cost. Usually we don't have a lot of potential to reduce tremendously acquisition cost because of the rivals. The same users attract by different businesses. But currently today, internet marketing, so we are close to internet business now in understanding how it's work, first of all. So a lot of companies attract users, and for this reason, budget war happens all the time. To make a strategy to be brilliant in the way how you acquire users, for example, acquisition cost reduced to 0. Perfect. Always positive economy. In general, it happens, and it's easy, but it's look like variety. Do you accept? If you do something with variety, or usually why everybody would like to have multi-billion dollars startup with a variety. But when it happens, like Facebook on early stage, they invent something new, which works and attracts on its own. Perfect. No budget for acquisition cost, positive economy. But the strategy, then you can be the most efficient player on the market in terms of acquisition cost. It's not always works. The way when you look at your business, it's most efficient in a retention loop. So you know how to return different products. It's your efficiency as a business. And all the time, currently we're at the early stage, like we are dreaming founder who fall in love in our idea, but we are smart. We do all the stages. So we calculate, check, make customer development, talk with clients, sell on your hand. I mean, your personal sales. And you understand how it works. When you launch, it means that you attract users and you understand how it do, and increase operation efficiency in your business. Operation efficiency is here. So for this reason, I always think average revenue per paying users, it's your map where to play. Let's go. So from this, as a result, we have a gross profit. We know fine what is it from our P&L. Yeah. Let's look at details. So here we see a simple slide. Users multiplied by conversion equal buyers. Everything is clear. Example is also easy, but once again looks at channels and Hogarth. As I get, you don't know what is Hogarth. So look like this. When we talk about understand it, so it's important because usually people forget about this idea, and as a result that have a negative economy on the whole. But you don't need as a founder answer like something wrong with our business, not enough details. And we know that evil's in details. We know that growth is about positive unit economy. But unit economy depends on the channel. Different channel, different economy. The more tricky idea is that not only channel, but flights in the same channel, marketing flights, can show you different economy. For example, to easiest idea understand what is Hogarth, it's like you make a flight, marketing acquisition list comes. You mark them. So you know all the people who comes this period. It's Hogarth. Next flight, another Hogarth. If you don't change anything here on the marketing performance level, it's look like the same banners, the same, I don't know. So all the same here, the same channel, but times not always the same. Do you agree? So at least we understand that on our customer journey, within 24 hours a day, people behave differently. Within a different day, they have different behavior. And for this reason, you always match Hogarth with the same parameters and look how they behave from unit economy level. So it's like how to make, it's a core idea, how to make an economy positive. Because in a helicopter view, negative. See details, different channels. Switch off, which doesn't work. Channel, different Hogarth. And finally you understand that buyers always come to your business at potentially current period of time in a day. For example, you see coffee in a coffee shop, they have a line at 9 o'clock. Or everybody wants. Then, for this reason, they have several assistants who make coffee at once. If it comes now to them, no lines, one assistant, this is the core idea. But when you spend money, they don't spend money. They work on traffic which comes through. Usually they work, I think, for teachers and students. Location. We have talked about location in non-digital world, core metrics. Don't think about nothing about location. What? So, what it means, you know how to optimize. And you make your economy positive. Okay? Perfect. One big idea, always understand, so always look at this metric like conversion from what to what. Because sometimes you will talking with your marketing people or agency in the wrong terms. For example, you as a founder wants only one idea. conversion from users to buyers. In operation with marketing agency, usually they talk about conversion, but their understanding, it's correct understanding, users which they acquire to lead in database. See the difference. It's also conversion, but it's another conversion. How do you think? Is it bad or not to have not buyers, like here in these examples, but leads in our database?
Can you repeat that?
So look, an example. We attract users. They don't buy. So it's not a conversion to purchase, yeah? They don't buy. But they make a registration, and for this reason, you have a lead or contact in your database. Database, it's like your electronic business, yeah? So, not perfect, not biased, but is it good enough to pay money for it? Yes.
Because,
Why?
for example, in the long term, they can become your buyers, and for example, you can notify them about your new products, like email them if they register.
Yeah. So you work on which metrics? You work here. You don't have buyers, but you can convert them on the next stage from users to buyers. From marketing idea, it's quite good if you have a good value proposition, you attract right people from a right segment in the right way, and you have them in your database. You don't need to pay once again for them from market. And for this reason, what is the core active of all e-commerce internet companies? Core actives. Actives like assets, but not... okay, assets, it's good. Database, their database. Everything is easy. So, what marketing people must do? Attract and communicate. When we communicate, what we do? Make our value to users understandable and try to force them to buy. If your marketing people don't make offers, they simply make communication strategy for nothing. Because business, it's about money. If you don't sell, what we do? If we don't sell from marketing point of view, at least we don't scale our revenue. So we pay these people salary, or maybe variable cost, it depends on the business model. But in general, we lose money. Everything is clean. Go next. So, please, we remember, we have Astroval business model to understand a helicopter view. In Astroval business model, we have value proposition, which is quite important, and we make customer development and hand sales, because we can understand what's the value when we start sell. Sell, it's all about price. Customers in Astroval, it's our segments. The core idea of earlier stage segmentations for A, B, C, D, E, and it's look like A. They have pain, they buy at once. Easy to sell. Don't waste your time. Your sales pipeline short. Next category, require of time, but buy. Okay, you spend more time for a deal, but you sell. Unit economy, it's the next So, of course, we talk about P&L at budget, because without understanding this to report, you don't understand what happens. Then you go to unit economy, because unit economy give you idea what increase, how to perform inside your product, service, business, excuse me, and scale the revenue in P&L. Yeah. When you look at report of your metrics, unit economy always thinks this way, not leads to database. Leads to database, it's enough for marketing people. For you, always think about buyers and calculate buyers. It's important. If you make misunderstanding, you have misunderstanding because you as a founder and marketing people, you have different results. You understand that we can have an opportunity with communication strategy, with special offers for special users from time to time. Customer journey means time to time. When it's heard more, okay, we can increase conversion to buyers. Next idea. So what we have here, it's a block of our unit economy report. So the first, it's how we attract. The next stage, it's unit economy. So average revenue per paying users, average price multiplied by average payment. Everything is clear. Customer acquisition cost divided by users, because we all calculate in units. And usually our units, it's our potential buyer. Yeah. So here, acquisition cost, it's your marketing budget. So you simply put the money how you spend on. Then calculate. You remember, here's a channel. If ARPU, average revenue per user, more than CPA, cost per acquisition, you grow. Everything is clear. Just remember this form. It helps you to understand how to scale your revenue. I think that when founder stops in growth, usually he don't understand what do next. It's look like no more users in channels, or economy doesn't work. We increase performance on each stage, or make a disruptive innovation technology inside. It means that like Uber comparing with taxi park. Tremendous disruption, everything is clear, easy, value comes in several minutes to you, you are happy, and so on. Works. So the whole picture looks like marketing, unit economy, and business model, your business metric. Because here you have CPA, cost per user acquisition cost, and average revenue per user. Everything is clear. Here's the profit. Easily, and the same idea, the same maybe title of the column like in P&L, because we also have here net profit, gross profit, fixed cost, average acquisition cost. It's our, I think, variable cost. Do you agree? So no budget for marketing, no expenses in variety in our P&L. Everything is clear. So, and for this reason, we can see that units economy give us a clear understanding what happens, and the more important idea how to scale. All entrepreneurs think about scale. If they understand this, they scale. If it doesn't work, what we do? Yeah, increase metrics. Details, more value, increase efficiency, require more high level specialists on the market. So it's all about growth and efficiency. Yeah. But before we come here, usually it doesn't make sense to spend a lot of money. What idea I would like to give you is that if you are a high experienced profession, you have a salary, a market salary on the market salary. Yeah. So what is better? To get more jobs like selling your time, or you have money from a salary to check your idea this way, because it's not require budget. You can check this at least for $1,000. Everything. It requires your love, your smart, brilliant brain, check all stages, make customer development and hand sales, spend $1,000 for unit economy, understand where the problems, and start to look for a market as where you can find a specialist who can increase this unit economy, or maybe you are smart enough to do it on your own. Works fine. So, do you agree that from this point of view it's quite easy to be an entrepreneur? Would you like to be an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Yes. So I really hope that the core idea of the course to give you a very clear and simple, the simplest explanation, and a map what to do to at least reduce the chance of your fail. In the real world, it's look like we have a presentation which simply gives us an idea that we are cool, nothing else. We need $1 million. If we are really cool guys, we can attract this money. It's not a problem. Maybe not $1 million, but at least 1,000 or maybe. So it doesn't matter, it depends on economics. But in general, you can attract money, it's not so easy. The problem comes here. If you attract money, but you don't understand how to grow, you simply, what do? Lose this money. Okay. Once again, at helicopter view. Channels, and you remember about Hogart, it's important, really. So at least check your marketing people, they understand what is it. Acquire users and give them value. If you get enough value, you have a good conversion rate. And you can work on average price. You simply, good enough value can increase. You have buyers, you have payment. You work sales, buyers, payment as a retention loop and have next purchase. Works fine. Once again about value proposition. So we have a whole theme about it. So whole topic, whole classes. But as a result, in your work, please formulate value proposition this way. Client type A means customer segments, and you understand where and who buy.
Do you mean this Osterwald model, or it's something else?
Yeah, Osterwald model, I will show you the picture. So it's
value proposition and segments of customers are different things.
Of course, it's different. Value proposition is here,
Yes.
customers is here. But how they link together? You form your value proposition and have the answer for the questions I said. So I will.
So for example, I write why this product is important, or like why is it valuable, and in segments of clients, I say for whom it might be important, like this.
Yes, but the way we have several, so the way when you get this task, you have one vision. So we go and we have a plan. So and the answer is simple. You think the right way, but not enough detail. So please make it more complicated to answer the questions. As you miss previous lecture, it's not obvious, but I show you. So we call it form value preposition this way. We are the company who helps the client type A. So these are your clients. And the clients, you have a client segmentation A, B, C, D, like buy but requires time, don't buy but waste your time, don't have money to buy, too huge and so on, like government.
So I can't have only one segment?
Usually no. It looks like not, you think at a segment in a helicopter view. It's like, for example, moms buy clothes. Who are the customer? Moms. But if you see the details, moms are different. They want different project, different prices, and so on. When you look at as a founder on your client's type, at least segment them this way. Who buy it once, because it's tremendously short sales pipeline. What it means? Conversion at once. You don't need a month. Or for example, let's compare how Boeing sells their plane. They have a long pipeline to close the deal. Agree? If we attract users to our web store, we can convert them during several minutes. It's efficiency. But Boeing have a tremendous average check. On our internet store, we have small average check. For this reason, we need a lot of purchase increase and increase our average check. They do it on your own pipeline. They know how to do it. It's easy, yeah? So client segmentation, it's a huge marketing. Different way, but we talk about the easiest and simplest ideas. Classify who buy it first and sell them. We will survive. Okay?
But I think there are some specific fields or like types of business where
Of course.
Small number of segments. For example, clothes for doctors. I don't know. So I only have one segment for doctors.
But the company who buy are different. For example, if they can't do his job without these clothes, but it happens in an hour, he must go and do this job. The pain is high, and he's ready to pay for it a lot of money. Value is high. Do you understand this way? So you always segment who buy at once. Look at this way. And for example, a company who wants that their staff all have uniform. They buy differently. These clients would look the best offer on the market or something else.
So
it's not hurt, so they're ready to wait.
Okay, so it's not only about like type of clients, for example, age and so on, but also
Yeah.
about the way they buy.
The way they buy, detail. The next idea in case B, clients A in case B, it means that customer journey different, and we buy different in a particular situation. Next, settle the problem C. It means that our business settle problem, and we check. Settle, it means give value, and we check, do we really do it or we just imagine? So it's quite important. And your task from the previous lecture and practice was to make this preposition this way. So it's tremendously important. And only on this level you understand what is value, what is prices. As you understand unit economy, you understand how important is it. Because if you have bad prices, bad value or something like this, your unit economy, it's always bad. If you don't understand how it's linked, it's look like bad economy, no business, buy. If you understand, you simply go, understand that something wrong with value, do customer development, understand the value, classify your clients, understand that you have not a huge market. You have a particular small segment who buy at once, but it's scalable enough to do business. Here is your financial model for a year, revenue and profit. Okay? So it's very concentrated ideas and very simple way to understand how it works. The world and life is more complicated, of course. If you fall in love with your idea, it helps you tremendously. If you're just dreaming but not going to do it, you simply miss it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So, value proposition. We're back. Clients A, customer segments. Okay. Case B, customer journey. Problem C, customer journey helps you, for example, your marketing people when to sell email, send an email. What time? Because, for example, the story about moms, for example, their kids go to sleep about 10 p.m. The best communication when we can increase in traffic after 10 p.m. When we should communicate with them? After 10 p.m. in all channels. If you do the same job with the same value proposition, but at, for example, 8 a.m., there would be zero conversion, because young babies usually wake up at 7 o'clock.
I don't think moms after 10 p.m. care about any communications with businesses.
It's all about statistics, and believe me, it happens. So we can see on our dashboard how they behave. So, and for this reason, know your customer. It's not just like our audience, our thoughts them, like age. So you see, it's more precisely detailed. But what you should think when you're dreaming about your business? Case B, customer journey. It increase your business unit economy. Problem C, it's okay. Value, how you settle it, product. So value, what you get, money. So how much money you want for your service. So let's talk about problems. Easy. Acquisition cost, user required. Can't scale. What it means? Where is the problem?
That we can't measure something?
Not measure, we can attract users. It's not a value. I think that we have any idea? So it's like don't understand the client. It means like we try to find it in the wrong channel, but they are in something else. For this reason, we can't scale. For example, let's find venture investor in the next class. We can tremendous efficient business model. Very smart guys with a lot of experience, but they are not there. Maybe stupid, but it's clear. Also, which channel to use to reach them? It's like you must spend a budget on a different experiments. Because you think this way, but usually you don't know exactly when you check and make a test or maybe experiments, you find out something new about your audience and it's cold insight on the market. So at least don't, so it's like, don't limit your brains but your own experience at least. So usually we think about other people from how we behave. But if you are not an audience, you behave wrong way. Founder can be an audience of the business for a short period of time. For example, my case, I become a parent, a father, launch a company. In this way, I was an audience and there was enough love to launch. But currently I have 10 years old girl. For this reason, I'm not a mom who currently have a baby. So, let's go. Problem. Bad conversions to bias. Where's the problem? So, we attract.
So, you are bad at attracting people, or either you attract them but they don't buy it anyways. So, it's hard to try to turn them from people who know about your brand to someone who buy your product.
How it is called? So, let's look at an answer and then paraphrase what you said. It's my vision. So, it's simplified vision, but bad conversion, wrong channel. Agree? Attract wrong people. Next, bad landing page. You attract to interface. For example, if you have a brilliant product which looks ugly, it's like in the e-commerce world, internet world, bad landing page. Or maybe you have just put a big button buy. Why not? Usually happens. Or maybe they open your landing page in their mobile and they can see what your value proposition. Technical problem. Well, simply doesn't work. Why not? So a lot of way, but in general it's bad landing page. Next, bad marketing communication. We offer something wrong. We understand audience, but we can make it clearly for audience. Quite important. Always check. And my idea is that, for example, if you make offer without price, it's useless way, and you always have a bad conversion. Because, for example, you have a very, very good, I don't know, product of your dream, but without understanding how it costs, your brain don't switch on. Would you like this car? Of course, it's Porsche, Mercedes, CDS, or something else. Well, here's the price. Okay, I'm not ready. What it means? It's not the problem of the product, but conversion is 0. It means that in a segmentation way, we are in a D category, no money yet. Make it easy for your audience to understand what your value. And for this reason, communicate the clearest and always with price. You can set this next day for the price B. It looks much better than we have exceptionally tremendous products of your dream. But in general, we have a tremendous product of your dream, we write on our landing page, and it doesn't work. So the simple idea. People don't have time to understand what you want from them. Transfer your value at front. And the clearer the better. Okay? Or no value. No value. It's like this cup of coffee, $1,000. Special coffee? No. Can you explain? No. Would you like to buy? No. Thank you, bye. So it's clear. High CPA reasons. CPA cost, acquisition cost. You remember that it's not a way where you can make a lot of optimization, and usually we don't have a lot of opportunity to increase, to reduce this metric. Yeah, why? It's like a prices, because of rivals. Marketing war, all want our audience. Okay, reasons. Wrong channel. It's also about wrong channel. Expensive channel. You accept. So usually marketing people try to find channels where the users are cheap. Yeah, it makes sense. But on the other side, cheap, it's not good for your business. Because, for example, when they give you a marketing report and give acquisition cost is almost zero, but not zero, almost zero. With a bad conversion rate, it's much, it's not a good idea, it's not a good results you want. The better to have a high acquisition cost with a good conversion rate to buyers. Agree. And for this reason, usually if you understand that your audience buy at the time, increase price for acquisition cost and see at the scale. Okay. What else? Bad performance in internet marketing people. Bad performance, so your staff or maybe your agency not qualified enough. Usually it's a problem. Believe me. So usually if you see that acquisition cost is you are not in a benchmark of the market, it means that you don't have competence. And skill up company, usually what they do, they attract marketer with a salary they can afford at their stage. It means that it's not the best professional. It means that you have money, they have money to buy the specialist from the market. But as this person not qualified enough, they perform high CPA. Your metrics doesn't work, and instead that switch off this guy and maybe invest in high performance people, you waste time, waste money, close business. Very tricky way. In internet business, people, it's the core assets. The more you understand how it works as a founder, the more way to survive and find the right way. For this way, it's maybe rule of the game. Okay. Or rivals. Sometimes it's better if someone make a very big flight. For example, our company at Pampers. We understand sometimes it's time to wait unless they make their flight and return to normal metrics. It makes sense at least. So, possible problem, low average price, average payment. So, average payment like how much they buy per user. Yeah? How number. What's the reason? Okay, so I think if you see something wrong with prices, check the value. So it's easy. Because if your way to sell by price, something wrong with your business, usually. Or maybe you just operate on the business where a lot of rivals and it's your way. So, no value, do not settle the problem. Usually do not settle the problem, because especially retention depends on how value you transfer to your client. No value, no next purchase. So, and it's called like, it's the moment of truth. I would like that you see at this picture, remember it, because it's easy. When you are about money, it's look like business, which can grow. When you are a startup and don't understand your unit economics, you are a lovely cat. So, this is all for today. We have another metrics, but I think we continue next time. So what we should do for today, we have 30 minutes, is the task is in your team, make unit economy. Please make a picture. I think currently we pass the core stages, and now you are not a dreamer. Now you are almost a new entrepreneur who ready to go. So for this, you have all main reports. You understand the rule of game. So now you can make your exam task, like final job of the course, in detailed way. So you understand. And now I assume that you change your P&L and cash flow report. When you look at economics, you understand. Or something you miss, or something don't work fine. When you see that it's not profitable enough, you will return to value proposition. It's also our task. You segment, you increase, you understand the situation, and then when you will explain how you attract, not just we get moms from internet, more details. Which channel, like Instagram, which time, how we communicate it, which trigger we use to return them from our database, how we activate, how we make a retention loop. So I hope that everything is clear. I hope that the way I transfer this knowledge, it's simplified enough that you understand only the core meaning. It's not about complicated way and give you a lot of information. It's a way to give you the core information. And I really hope that in the 5 years, when you will be high paid specialist on the market, you will remember and say, oh, I have a budget to check this. And I'm not a dreamer. I'm not a cat. I'm like this way, like a business. Okay? Questions? No questions. Is it good or not? Of course. And now we're ready. So I'm ready, and in the structure of our lecture, so I will send you this because it's the whole vision.
You will send it?
Yeah. But please make it.